Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another discussion episode with another guest, my boy, Ollie. Say hello.
Hi guys, how's it going?
So yeah, Ollie is a big TikToker. He's really blown up the past couple of years, doing a lot of I don't know mainstream pop culture content, from movies, games, anime, TV shows, wrestling. Football as well, a bit of everything. I can't lie. And your
Jack of all
page,
trades.
literally, a jack of all trades. So your page is really blown up, the past recent years. I've been very lucky to come across your page. We've pretty much become very good friends on social media. The power of the internet. What can you say?
Yeah.
So yeah, just introduce yourself. What got you into TikTok? Like, what was your thought process? And like, what were your interests? Like, what would you like watching? Like, what are your favorite franchises, movies, and so on?
Yeah, so as I mentioned in the beginning, my name's Ollie. As obviously Yusuf has mentioned, I do have a TikTok account which is Ollie underscore LDN if you guys want to check it out. I'm sure Yusuf will put it somewhere. I hope he does. In terms of TikTok actually, so I started doing TikTok, I would probably say it's been 4 years now. So during the second COVID lockdown. I originally didn't want to do it. I was originally against TikTok, funny enough. I remember during lockdown, I saw like a lot of people that I knew, like a lot of school friends, they had TikTok. And I never really understood like what people like would use it for because I would just assume that TikTok was just something music related. Then I just thought, you know what, let me just download it and just think nothing of it, just create like a usual social media account like everyone does when they just create a social media account for like Instagram, Snapchat. And then I started seeing one of my school friends. I started posting stuff like anime related, and he used to do like anime reviews. Like I think at the time, Attack on Titan season 4 was like really popping off during that time. So I just thought, you know what? Let me try do the same thing as him, try and do anime reviews. Did like odd posts here and there, and I think what really kind of blew up was when so there's an anime, those you don't know, called Yu-Gi-Oh GX. One of my favorite animes back in the day as a child. Um, I just thought, you know what? Let me just try and take a like a nostalgia route. Let me just try and post something that people would just mesmerize and stuff. So I posted that, and within like 2 3 days, it just blew up. So like I had like 50,000 views within like 2 days, and I was like, oh damn. And then as time went by, it went up to I think 200,000 views and like probably like 70 to 100,000 likes. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just then I thought, you know what? Let me just carry on with the next post, which was then Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, which was obviously a straight after Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and people are liking it. So I thought, let me just try this nostalgia niche going forward. It was consistent. It was consistent at some point, but then obviously it started falling down a bit. So then I decided like up until now, I decided to just incorporate with things I just like, sort of whether it be anime, cartoons like Simpsons, video games like Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, especially in particular the Ezio collection. So it's just, like I said, it's just a bit of a jack of all trades. Just I was just posting things that I liked as a kid, and even now, like Yusuf mentioned, like wrestling as well. Even like recently, I just started finding like Simpsons clips and just posting. It's just been doing. I just averaged like 1,000 to 2,000 views, kind of. But yeah, it's just pretty much that was pretty much how it started. And now, obviously, if anyone's not aware, obviously, I've recently just got into the streaming world. So I've been streaming recently. Obviously, the whole purpose of me streaming was obviously to build my brand on TikTok and then hopefully expand on YouTube and Twitch. Um, in terms of what I stream, it's more gaming related. So, but I kind of mix it between modern gaming, whether that's like Call of Duty, Fortnite, the usual trending games, and then I also incorporate nostalgia games. So even like games I've never played before. So obviously, if you guys haven't seen that, I started recently playing Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, it's a game that very big game, or probably one of the biggest franchises out there. And I just got into it. Funny enough, Yusuf was actually the one that told me to play it, and I've been enjoying it since, to be honest. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's been like so far, and I hope it just grows even bigger.
Yeah, that was the cool origin story for Ollie. So yeah, 50,000 plus likes, man. Views is actually insane. I can't lie, bruh.
Yeah,
Uh,
even I was like, even like I feel like my most viewed video is actually 17.1 million views, and it's literally I think like a 15 to 20 second clip of literally two people playing Beyblade, but obviously the Beyblade, it was like so animated, like let it rip, that it had to slow down, and it has like over 1 million likes. Like, I can just double check actually, like real quick. It's got if I just check on my phone, it currently is sitting on 15.2 million views and 1.9 million likes.
Jeez, mashallah, man. That's insane, bro.
Even I'm surprised. Like,
Yeah, my guy's gone viral, bro.
literally,
Very few people can experience that, man. So be proud of that, mashallah.
yeah. Thanks,
So
man.
Yu-Gi-Oh was pretty much the thing that got you into TikTok. Basically, it was the thing that kickstarted everything. Your TikTok journey, your social media journey. Yeah, we pretty much grew up in the same generation. We're pretty much around the same age range when it comes to the content that we've watched, the games that we played. Both niche stuff as well, like niche games and titles, as well as like the mainstream stuff, like wrestling, DC and Marvel, anime, Beyblade. Yu-Gi-Oh GX is a big one because usually most people that I talk to are usually like a lot older than me. They grew up with like the OG Yu-Gi-Oh, with like Yugi, Kaiba,
Yeah,
Joey, and them lot, which is cool. And then like you have more like the younger guys now that are like Zexo, V Reigns and stuff. But like the 5D GX era was technically like it was our era pretty much of Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
GX. I love, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh GX, man, was such a vibe. I think that was pretty much the first anime
Amazing.
that I remember watching.
I think my one was, I think, both Yu-Gi-Oh GX and Pokemon. But obviously at the time, obviously we never knew that that was an anime. We just thought it
Yeah,
was just like a cartoon until like,
yeah.
obviously now we look back at it like it's an anime. So I think those were like the first two that I got into.
Yu-Gi-Oh GX, man. I think that was on. To be a lot of people like grew up watching it on Cartoon Network. UK Kids, CITV. I remember it aired a lot in the mornings. I don't know if you remember that. CITV specifically, and then like eventually Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds as well. And then like, bro,
Yeah,
UK TV was amazing back in the day. Like Cartoon Network, JETIX, so underrated, bro. JETIX was. Oh, I talk this with everyone. JETIX was
yeah.
such an underrated network, man. So cool.
One show that if people haven't watched that was really underrated was Galactic Football. So
Galactic Football.
if you're a big
Oh,
football fan, Galactic Football was amazing.
literally.
That was literally the origin. That was literally Blue Lock if they had like a father figure or something.
Literally, Galactic Football. Oh my god! Like to be fair, you don't even need to watch football, like be a football fan to watch it, because
Yeah,
the concept of it is so cool. It's just
it's
football
just
in
amazing,
space,
honestly.
football in space with like powers. Each planet has their own
It's
power. It's so
crazy.
dope. Bro. Again, we grew up in the I think that 2010s, early 2000s, early 2010s period. Deep it, bro. 2010 World Cup, Galactic
Oh,
Football, prime Messi, Ronaldo, like what kid that's like the best like childhood you could get
yeah.
when it comes to entertainment, honestly. Favorite Galactic Football character? Just curious.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I probably have to say Rocket.
Oh yeah, but Rocket's so cold, bro. His five-a-side matches, the Netherball matches,
Yeah,
bro, they're so good.
yeah. It
They're
have to
so
be. It was
good.
either, if I was, it was between Rocket and De Jong, but for me, it's Rocket.
Rocket's cold, bro. Jacques cold as well, but like Rocket, bro,
Yeah,
like that was Aura before Aura was invented, man.
literally.
Him just like just beating everyone 1v1.
Yeah,
Everyone. It was so dope. Surprisingly violent. And there's a lot of good theming as well in that story. But
yeah.
yeah, very, very underrated show. Like if you're a fan of Blue Lock watching this, if you're a fan of like Inazuma 11 and like is it Aoshi, which is like another football series,
Yeah.
um, give Galactic Football a try. It's a very, very underrated French animated series. Great English dub. Definitely go watch it. Actually, before we get into like the big topics, let's do a quick fire round. To be fair, I should have done this before we started. Okay, quick fire round of 10 questions. Okay, let's go. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
More combat.
Sonic or Mario?
Sonic any day.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Oh, PlayStation.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
Okay, same. Tea or coffee?
T.
Favorite Power Ranger season?
Dino Thunder.
Good choice. Batman or Superman?
Batman any day.
The Simpsons or Family Guy?
Simpsons. Nothing will ever top Simpsons.
Favorite video game genre?
Action.
Okay, yeah, solid choice. Yeah, quick fire round done. gives a good reading on how Ollie is when it comes to, his pop culture and like his interests. Yeah, man. Okay, so let's talk about the game you're currently streaming right now on your TikTok page. Go follow. It's Kingdom Hearts. And I'm surprised because as someone you grew up playing the PlayStation 2, you never played Kingdom Hearts before. So I'm curious, man. Like, what was your thought process going into the series? Like, what were your preconceived notions before Kingdom Hearts? And like, what's your thoughts on it so far? Playing the game right now.
Good question. So before I even actually dove into Kingdom Hearts, like I've heard of it, obviously through like my mates who like obviously are big gamers and stuff. I heard of Kingdom Hearts. I heard of obviously I knew like characters like Mickey Mouse and obviously Donald Duck. The Disney characters were more in it. I was surprised when I saw like Leon and Aerith. I was like, what the hell? Like, what are you guys doing here? So before I didn't really know what to expect because obviously I saw that there's a lot of games. There's a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, including like on other consoles like the PSPs, the DS. So I was it's a bit overwhelmed. But then obviously I thought, you know what? It'll be good to stream it because it's something that I've never played before. So it's just like a first playthrough. And obviously, again, it comes back to the nostalgia bit where it's just like if people tune in on my stream on TikTok, like they'll be like, "Oh my days, wow!" Like Kingdom Hearts, I used to play that as a kid, like back in the day. Like I can't believe it's the first time playing it. So obviously, I got into the first Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, I had to like Google it to see what's the order of the what order to play it in. But yeah, I've been playing it so far, and honestly, I'm really enjoying it because it's a Japanese role playing game, and I'm
Yeah,
correct to say that.
JRPG.
Yeah, yeah. So aside from obviously, I knew of other JRPGs like Persona and Yakuza, which I do like. Yakuza in particular, the franchise is really good. Obviously, I never really played JRPGs like that, so I thought I'll just give it a go. And obviously, I've been enjoying it. Obviously, the story is it's still a bit not confusing, but it's like I'm still trying to get my head around what's actually been going on. But in terms of like the combat and all that stuff, like it's actually really good. Like, obviously, I don't mind like games where like there's no like map where you just have to figure out yourself. But at times it does get annoying, and you will see like I do dumb moments where like I'll be like, "Where is this thing?" And the next thing is right there.
Trust me,
But yeah, I'm
bro.
really enjoying
I know, man. Trust me, bro. Like, I'm currently playing the original Resident Evil games. I
it.
was
Yeah,
playing Resident Evil 2 like last month, the original OG RE2. And bro, I was walking around this bloody police station for like 3 times, man. Like for like half an hour to like 45 minutes. And then I was like, F it. Let me just go on YouTube, figure out what the hell am I supposed to do. And it turns out all I had to do was just like pick up this item. And then the story moves on. I'm like, flip sake, man. So yeah, to be fair, like it's a bit with games of that generation, like pre PS3, I appreciate it because like you have to figure out yourself. There's no like, when you play like Assassin's Creed right now, it's like there's an icon, go there. You know what to do.
yeah,
But like in older games, it's a lot more like, okay, you're given a bit of information and you have to figure out like what to do, who to talk to, where to go, which I like. There's a lot less hand holding. But again, at the same time, just give me just a bit more information on like what to do and where to go, because you're just walking around an area like what the hell am I supposed to do? So yeah, that's something that you kind of have.
but
It
then
is what it is.
it just shows as well. Like if you look back, like the games that were created like back on the PS2s and the early PS3s, it's like they made it so that people could just enjoy it and spend more hours on. Which like nowadays, it's just like
Just
they made it
rush
more
through.
easier. Where yeah, like you have the option to rush through it. Whereas like back then, where it's like you have to do like some games you would have to do literally everything just to finish it.
Yeah, literally. But that's true because like I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Current modern video games right now are a lot less memorable for me. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. Like God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, they're great experiences, but they're not as memorable. Like the locations, the levels, like the certain level areas, I don't remember. But like Kingdom Hearts, for example, I remember Traverse Town like the back of my head because I was forced to like just walk around for like ages. So I guess there's a lot of pros and cons to each generation, I guess. But Kingdom Hearts in general is a very, to be fair, Kingdom Hearts was like a lot of people's gateway into JRPGs. Outside of like Pokemon, and yeah, pretty much Pokemon and like the early Persona games. Kingdom Hearts was like was a big deal. The Final Fantasy series as well. Same thing. They're both Square Enix games. Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. a lot of people got into Final Fantasy through Kingdom Hearts. Same thing.
Okay.
Like I
Yeah.
played Kingdom Hearts before Final Fantasy, so I was aware of characters like Cloud, like Aerith, like Leon, from their own games, but I didn't
Yeah.
know who they were. And then once I finished Kingdom Hearts for the first time, I played FF7, FF8, 15, 16, and so on. And then when I went back to Kingdom Hearts, I was like, oh, this is cool. It's kind of like you know, like when you're watching like the MCU, like when like
Yeah.
certain characters come from different um other movies and shows, and then they pop up on screen, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. So it's very similar to that. And then in terms of story wise, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Don't think about story too much. Kingdom Hearts is kind of infamous for its storytelling. One, I would say, is the most simple because it's like here's a boy, he gets thrown into this like mysterious world and save the world pretty much from the darkness. That's perfectly fine. It's very straightforward. I know a lot of the dialogue and a lot of the storytelling, it's very like ambiguous. Like you have to
Yeah.
collect all the hearts, save all the hearts, the king's missing, and so on. Just don't think about that much too much. Don't think too hard about that. Kingdom Hearts 2 onwards is where like it gets very like bombastic and over the top, and like you have like anime like factions introduced and more characters introduced. So just enjoy world hopping from Disney World to Disney World as you play right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. And speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I wanted to show you this. I don't know if I've showed this on TikTok or anything yet. But okay, look at that, man.
No way. That's sick.
Yeah, bro. I got this at Comic Con. I got this at Comic Con 2018, I think, 2017.
Damn. Damn, that's actually really cool.
It's such a cool prop, bro.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's so dope.
No, that yeah,
It's one of my
that
favorite
actually
props.
looks yeah, it actually looks really good. Like that, the size and everything is just like perfect.
So yeah, Kingdom Hearts, man. That's I guess our Kingdom Hearts topic. What other games do you like? Like, what are your your top games?
The thing is, I'm a weird one because I don't really have like obviously I mentioned like my favorite genre in gaming is like action, but for me it's like I don't really have like a set favorite. I always like have it as like if the game's interesting enough to get me hooked in and like it's playable, so I will play it. I've, but like for example, for like games like Dark Souls, like games, I can't really get into it because I just can't stand dying all the time, like 500 times, having to respawn. I just can't. Like, it does get annoying. But in terms of like, I don't really have like a specific genre in terms of like what my favorite games are. I mean, like I mentioned like earlier, like my favorite games go from like Assassin's Creed, in particular, like the Ezio collection. I still think that's probably the best version, like the best time to be like an Assassin's Creed fan. And then you also got the Uncharted series, where if I'm being honest, the Uncharted series is probably top five for me because not a single every game that's come out for Uncharted, not a single one of them is bad in my opinion. Like I would probably put the Uncharted 3 bottom, but even then it's still good because all the other ones are even better. Like my favorite is probably, I think if I was to do my Uncharted tier list, it'll go 2, 4, 1, and 3.
Yeah, valid. That's valid. Uncharted is,
Yeah,
bro. It's so good, man.
honest, honestly, like part of me part of me does want to feel like playing it again. Now that I'm just
Bro,
talking about.
same, bro. You know what? After Resident Evil, like my I've done with the marathoning of that, I might hop into Uncharted again, because they're easy games, bro, and they're pretty like short for like a conventional like an action game.
Yeah,
They're about 15 hours. The first game's
yeah,
about 10, under 10. The second game's about 15, and then same thing with the rest. But I
yeah,
want to talk about Assassin's Creed because I feel like everyone that I've spoken to, whether that you're like a niche, like you have your niche genre or like you're a mainstream guy playing COD and so on, Assassin's Creed kind of like in that middle ground where everyone of different like fan bases has played it. And of course, Ezio is like the fan favorite. He's my fan favorite as well. Personally, I think as a game, Black Flag's still my favorite in the franchise. Um, I stopped after Unity. That was my final like Assassin's Creed game, so I have no
okay,
idea what's happening after that. But like the Ezio trilogy, like the fact that he got 3 games to himself, it shows how goated he is.
yeah. Like it just shows that like how one guy. Remember, like even when you look at the history of Ezio, like I don't know if you delved in enough, like where he became an assassin at 17, and then he and then he ended up like retiring from being assassin around like 50, 60 plus. Like to be an assassin for that long is crazy.
Oh, literally, yeah. He's such a goat. Is oh man, he's so cool, bro. His the voice actor. I think it's Roger Craig
Yeah,
Smith who voices him.
I think so.
So
Yeah,
goated, bro. Such a goated voice. Like I love it when he just says Resquieci. Oh my god, how do you say Resquieci? Resquieci
how
de
does it?
Pace. How's it go? Resquieci
I
de
think
Pace.
Requiescat Tipache. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, bro. Nailed it, man. Oh, I think Brotherhood's probably my favorite of the three. Probably put more hours into Brotherhood, but I loved the way it ended in Revelations. Like
Yeah,
he had an ending, and we don't get that in games anymore. Like,
I'd probably say mine is probably two. I feel like with Brotherhood, it was really good, but I feel like they made it easier in terms of combat, so it's just easier to just go through kind of because you know how like when you in combat, it's just a like concept like simultaneously you kill one and then straight to another. Whereas like Assassin's Creed 2, I feel like because it was the first time they introduced Ezio, and like that was probably like the longest period to play as like an assassin, where it's just
right,
like you're literally playing through from a teenager up until like an adult, and then it ended in a cliffhanger. Like it was just crazy.
true. Like parkouring through Florence, through Rome, and through
Yeah,
Istanbul, amazing. But yeah, like the fact that Ezio got an ending was very satisfying. And like it's fully complete. Same thing with Uncharted as well. He had his own character ending. Like we don't get enough endings in stories. Everything
yeah,
is
literally.
every everything is so franchised and just stretched out. Like sometimes it's just good to end a story and just let it be. I don't know. Have you played it after Unity at all?
So I think funny enough, the last Assassin's game I played was Origins, which is relatively new. So obviously I played one, two, Brotherhood, Revelations, three. I played Black Flag. I didn't play Rogue, but I heard people say it's an underrated Assassin's Creed game. I played Unity. I played Syndicate. Then I stopped. Obviously, then I stopped playing Assassin's Creed for a bit. Actually, no, sorry, I didn't. I didn't recently play Origins. Actually, Mirage. I feel like after Black Flag, I think that's when it just started. Then you could see like it started changing, like changing in a negative way. It just started going
Yeah.
downhill. But it's just like, yeah, I feel like I didn't really. Because once I like saw Origins, for example, like don't get me wrong, the story was really captivating. It was really good. But when they changed the combat, I was like, nah, it doesn't feel the same. Like it feels so like
It feels like an RPG.
2D. Yeah, it just didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game, and I think that's what put me off. And then in terms of story as well, like after Origins, like it just didn't make sense after.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of bailed out around Black Flag as well. It was pretty much like after the Desmond storyline like happened, it was like, what's gonna happen now? And they didn't really
Yeah,
like
literally.
move on with it. So it was like, okay, you're just gonna milk the franchise now. Yeah, I'm at that point now where I'm not really bothered to play the games anymore. It's just like it's its own thing now. Like I feel like they should just like relabel the title because they don't really feel like Assassin's games. It's more like
Yeah,
RPG action
like
games.
even like the new one that came out, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah,
Like it's not even really like obviously I've actually got a copy of it. But obviously, my brother's the one that plays it. Obviously, I was
yeah,
thinking if I should get back into it, but it's just like I watch him play it, and it's just like it's not really an Assassin's Creed game. It's just more like a obviously it's based in Japan, Assassin's Creed Shadows, so it's just more
yeah,
like a samurai kind of game.
yeah.
Not really like an Assassin's Creed game.
You know when Ghost of Tsushima was announced for the first time,
Yeah.
I was like, this is the perfect Assassin's Creed game. That's not Assassin's Creed. that's, that's what I thought. I was like, this is the perfect Assassin's game before the Ubisoft even got to Japan. And
But
yeah,
Ghost of Tsushima is a really good game. If you haven't
oh
if you
man,
haven't played it, guys, you need to play it.
it's so good. Like it's one of the visually, it's one of the most stunning like games I've seen. I played on the PS5 as well. I never played on the PS4, so I was really like,
I think I I originally played it on the PS4, and then when I bought my PS5, the first year it came out,
yeah.
obviously the way you had to buy a PS5 when it first came out was just ridiculous. So I ended up buying my PS5 in like a bundle where it gave me like Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ghost of Tsushima, and then a hat and a shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
but then
dope.
obviously I instantly sold Miles Morales and Ghost of Tsushima. I've already played it, so it's like I don't really have use of it.
Fair enough, man. My bundle, I had the Ratchet and Clank bundle. What game do you plan on playing after? Okay, I know you mentioned Uncharted, but like, what other? You said Persona was like on stream was like a game you're looking into.
To be honest, I've not actually planned it really. because obviously I did mention Persona. I was thinking of I don't know if anyone out there is what like played or anything. Yusuf definitely has. Obviously the way I stream my games is through my Xbox, but it's through I have a dev mode section where I can play emulators like PS2 etc. I happen to have a PSP emulator as well, and I put in all the Yu-Gi-Oh games, all the Yu-Gi-Oh Tag Force games in there. But obviously, I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force One on a different device that I have, which is like a retro handheld. So
Oh,
obviously,
raw.
that could be some. Yeah, so I've got like a retro handheld, and I was banging out Tag Force Evolution, the first one. I'm like the last part now where you have to do all the Shadow Riders. I'm on like Kagemaru now, so the last part is literally Kagemaru. I'm literally dueling him now, and he's annoying because he's got the Sacred Beast cards.
Oh man.
Um, but that's probably something that I would probably consider streaming for any of you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. That's probably something I wouldn't mind streaming. Obviously, I've streamed Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duels in the past where it's just literally me dueling like online people. But obviously, the way Yu-Gi-Oh is now, it's just a bunch of sweats. Like people take like 20 minutes to do like 15, like a 15 combo. So like that's why I always played the past Yu-Gi-Ohs because it's just so much simpler. Like it just made life so much easier.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force again, one of my favorite games. Like I had a DS, but the PSP was like my main go-to handheld device
Yeah,
growing up. I mainly played Tag Force 2 the most. I have Tag Force Evolution on the PS2 as well, but Tag Force 2 was the game for
yeah.
me. I
Yeah,
love
Tag Force 2, like that's the one I have the most memories on.
same. Like I still, bro, like like simple times where I'll just like sit under the blanket on my PSP, like before school. It was good times, man. I love Zane's deck, Hasselberry's deck were
Oh,
like the most OP, and Jaden as well. Like those three guys were so OP. Like just spending all your money on sandwiches so you can just get your heart containers filled up. The
but
mini
just a
games,
warning, just a warning
yeah,
to everyone that does play Yu-Gi-Oh! Tag Force. If you do pick Jaden as your partner, expect dumb moments. Because
yeah,
there's been so many times I've been in tag duels with this guy, and he keeps on using my cards and keeps on getting them destroyed. And the times where he doesn't play cards like Mirror Force or Sacrifice Armor, he doesn't not play it. And it costs us the match.
yeah. The AI isn't the best in the game. I can't lie. You usually just solo do it if you have to. But if you're forced to do tag duel, you have to. Is what it is. But yeah, Tag Force 2 was elite. I still remember the soundtrack to this day, man. Like the daily map, the day and night system, the candy system, going to class. I don't know what the genre was, but like if you're apparently like if you're a fan of Tag Force, you'll enjoy Persona because you have to go school, go class, upgrade your characters, relationships, and so on. So that's giving me the incentive to actually play Persona as well.
Yeah,
So
especially if you like turn-based games as well. So I don't
yeah,
know if you played like the Pokemon games on the DS. So obviously, if you play Pokemon on the DS, you'll probably like Persona definitely. I
yeah,
think the issue I have with games like Persona and stuff where it's just like really long and you have to do stuff like social, like you have to literally actually go and live like a school like a school kid again, like go make friends with people and stuff like that,
yeah.
which is so long. But it's just like if you
It's
want
like a
the
life
best
simulator,
like yeah, literally, it's just like a day in the life of like a 15-year-old. But obviously, if you
literally.
want like the best, if you want like the best things in the game and like the best characters and best abilities, you've got to do it.
Yeah, like I'm a casual as well with the Persona, like Shin Megami Tensei series. But from what I've seen, it's like one of the best consoles on the games on the PS4. Like it's like Red Dead 2, Persona
Yeah,
5. So it's like the reputation's there. So I'll get to it eventually. Like you said, the games are so long, like 100 plus hours. I'm like bloody
honestly,
hell,
it's
man.
so long,
I can play like
so
10
long.
games in that time. That's the thing about JRPGs.
You
Um,
can literally complete like 10 to 15 retro games within that time frame.
yeah, literally, it's crazy. Um, so yeah, so let's from games. Let's talk about The Simpsons, bro, because
Oh,
I love your Simpsons clips. To be fair, I don't I don't like short term content in general. I prefer long term
yeah,
content. But like when a clip of like an old show that you love comes up on your feed, I love it, bro. Like SpongeBob, I have that on Instagram. Someone like posts OG SpongeBob clips. The Simpsons as well on your page. And like you know your law, unlike comedy, like you know the right jokes and episodes to put out. Bro, I'm a diehard Simpsons fan. I legit have like I don't know if you grew up reading these. Um, where are they? So when I got into reading comic books for the first time,
yeah.
one of my first like ever comic books that I read were the Simpsons comics. Got Bartman.
Damn,
So like
Batman.
So yeah, I'm a very big, I'm a very big Simpsons fan. Um, and again, you're a big fan of The Simpsons. Like, what are your earliest memories of The Simpsons? Your favorite episodes, characters,
I
games?
think I think we have to talk about the games, and I think you
Oh
know
yeah.
what game I'm gonna bring in. Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh yes.
Wow, that's probably top three of my favorite games of all time across all the consoles I've played. That's top three. I will till this day. I will literally, even if I've completed the level, I will go back and play the game again. That's how much I love the game. If like, and in terms of like the other game, I think there's another game as well, the Simpsons game, where all the Simpsons family have powers. Like, oh my, that was just amazing. And then in terms of the shows, and obviously you got the Simpsons movie as well. What a classic! And
Do
then
you remember
the
the promotion for that? Do you still remember the promotion for the movie coming out and the game? The big
no,
poster
I
with
don't
the
think I
donut.
remember.
Oh man,
I don't think I remember. I think actually, hang on, the donut. I think I remember. Yeah, but oh my god, like even like because the thing is, I never watched like Simpsons in like obviously with shows like Simpsons and stuff. You don't even need to watch it in a particular order. You don't even need to watch it like in chronological order. You can literally
yeah,
just pick up a random episode and then you can watch it.
yeah.
Like I remember one episode I picked up was when um I think I think it was something to do with like I think there was an episode. I think it was like a special episode where like Bart I think Bart's twin brother or something like that. Um I think it was like a treehouse
I was gonna
horror
say that
episode.
sounds like a Treehouse of Horror episode.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
that's one of the episodes I can remember off the top of my head. Like that was a really like random episode I just saw, but it was just so funny at the same time. And there's a clip on my TikTok, if like you guys haven't seen, where Bart's in court and Bart's in court.
yeah.
So if for those who don't know, Bart's in court. I forgot what the reason was, but
It
then
was
obviously,
Bart gets hit by Mr. Burns in the car. Remember he gets hit by the
yeah,
car and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's it. And then obviously,
No,
obviously
that's
you
not it.
see
My
like,
bad. My bad. That's not it. It's the one where he framed. They go to Mayor Quimby's party and he eats the
oh yeah, yeah,
cake,
yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah.
then Mayor Quimby's like nephew or son like trips over because he can't say chowder correctly, and then he gets done in for like
I
killing the
think
waiter
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I think that
Yeah,
was it. So
and they go
yeah,
to court, and
so
Bart's the only witness, pretty much.
so
Yeah,
like literally, Bart's literally like the only witness. So see, so whilst they're waiting for like a final verdict or something, you see Principal Skinner and you see Homer. So it cuts to Principal Skinner and his intrusive thoughts, where he literally goes, "I'm pretty." It's not word for word, but he literally goes, "If I find out, Bart, that you're skipping class, just to let you know, your ass is mine." Yes, I think was that would not say. And that's so that doesn't even make the top. Then the next one is Homer. So you're just like he's gonna say something stupid. This guy just goes, "I know you can read my thoughts, boy," and he just starts going meow 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 meow. Honestly, that clip. I think I posted that. That clip's gone viral. It's so
oh man,
funny.
peak comedy, bro. Like from season 1 to like season 13, in my opinion, is like peak Simpsons comedy. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
favorite episodes: Marge versus the monorail, Trash of the Titans, where like there's no garbage collectors in the city. Itchy and Scratchy Land episode, where they go to the Disney world of Itchy and Scratchy Land, and then like all the robots turn on the people. The Flaming Mo, where
yeah.
Homer makes a drink, and
A
then
drink
mostly
from
was
all.
it.
Yeah,
There's like I think it's called Das Bus. It's like where the kids go on a field trip and then they get lost on an island
yeah.
and they have to survive. I think that was season 9. I could go on and on and on, bro. Like, but The Simpsons is like, but like when people say, "What's your favorite sitcom?" and I say The Simpsons, they're like, "Oh, nah, nah, it has to be live action, Big Bang Theory," or "Nah, man, The Simpsons is the
Yeah. For
best
me, it's The
sitcom, bro."
Simpsons. I feel like with things like Family Guy and like South Park, like yeah, it's funny, but it's just like with Simpsons, it's just like it hits every sense of humor. I feel like with Family Guys, I feel like in South Park particular, they
It's more
go they
edgy.
tend
It's
yeah,
more
it's
for a
more
certain
edgy.
like extreme audience.
Yeah, they tend to go over the top for the mature audience. Whereas like Simpsons, they can change it so like they know like they know that every type of age is watching their show, so they can go from like a mature kind of joke to like a comedy kind of joke. So like they've got like a they know how to like please their audience in different ways.
Yeah. Plus, like, especially like in the earlier seasons of The Simpsons, like season 1 through season like 6, there's a lot of like heartfelt and like good lessons
Yeah,
learnt. Like, but I think this is like season one actually, where like Bot has to like do his homework and like he actually tries to like study, and even though he fails, he still tries. Like that's the point of the
Even
episode.
there was an episode where like a Hartford where like Homer meets his mum after so many
Yeah,
years, and then
yeah.
hey, she had to go, and then obviously then it cuts to just Homer. I actually have like that lock screen on my phone, like where it's just like it's literally just Homer just sitting on his car looking at the shooting stars.
Oh, bro, those Simpsons like scenic pages are so like therapeutic to watch.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, the art style is very, very compelling for yellow people. We could go on about the TV show, but that could be like a whole episode of itself. Stay tuned for the future. We'll do like a top 10 episodes each. But let's talk about the hit and run. Like the hit and run again. One of my earliest memories playing video games on the GameCube. One of my favorite games of all time. Top 10. One of the best licensed games, if not the best licensed games of all time. Like you have Arkham City, then you have hit and run. They're both there for me.
yeah,
Um, the hit and run is like a lot of people don't realize it, but like it's basically a GTA parody. It's literally a GTA
yeah.
parody.
It
It's an
literally
open
is like
sandbox. You can drive around, kick people out, run over people, do whatever you want. Racing missions. So I always say it's like for people who haven't played it, it's GTA but The Simpsons. And what was your favorite like level? Like whose area of Springfield did you like the most?
bots level.
Downtown, yeah, downtown
Yeah,
area.
downtown. Yeah, the one where where you can also play the Apu as well in that same
Yeah,
area.
nighttime. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Apu is an underrated character, man.
yeah.
Underrated.
People forget that he's in the game.
When I played it again, like not too long ago, like when I got to his level, I was like, "Wait, hang on, you're in this game as well." Like, I completely forgot.
The same. I remember like when I was very very young, my uncle's playing Hit and Run, and I was just watching him. Like I'm sure you have older siblings as well, like you mentioned, right? Like some when we were younger, we would just watch them playing it because they were just
Yeah,
better games. So I had a lot of memories of just me watching other people play games. And I remember like him playing Hit and Run, and I think it's after the Lisa level, right? It's Apu.
uh-huh.
Yeah. So after
No, wait,
like
hang on.
was
I
it
think
Lisa?
so. After Lisa
Marge.
is Marge, and after
After
Marge,
Marge.
Tapu. Yeah,
So yeah, after Marge, I was like, oh my god, Apu's in the game, and it's nighttime as well, and there's like other areas that are unlocked and open. That was really dope.
yeah.
And yeah, it's oh bro, I still remember like his quotes. I'm a lean, mean Vindaloo
Windowing
machine.
machine.
So it's
Every
such a
time,
dope
every time you're
line.
just driving, he just says it so randomly. It's
Bro,
like-
I love like the short like witty quotes that they make. Like Homer's quotes, ooh, this little thing's tingling my feet. Or
yeah, even the one where it's like, I am smart.
I am so smart.
SMRT.
SMRT. I mean SMART, don't. Um, yeah, but as well, I think Downtown Area is probably my favorite as well, just because I think it's the biggest.
Yeah,
Yeah, like yeah, pretty much. And then again, like Simpsons, like again, it's a fan. It's such a the fan service in this game is insane. And this is before like fans the term fan service was a thing. Like
yeah.
you'd have every single reference from the shows at the time was in the game. You had like the monorail, for example. That's from the Marge versus the monorail episode. You had the bunker at the back of Ned Flanders'
Yeah.
Flanders' house from the it's like the atomic bomb episode. You had I'm going blank, man. I'm going blank. I need more references, man.
Um,
The baseball cards you'd have to collect.
oh
Every
yeah, yeah, the
card would
baseball
have its
cards. Yeah,
own like gag from a previous episode. And then the locations as well, Moe's Tavern, the Quickie Mart, um,
even like the
the
outfits as well. Like
yeah, the outfits.
Marge's police outfit. Even the outfit that Homer wears in that episode where when Ralph was like to Lisa or like something like your dad's fat or something like that, and
Oh
then you
yeah, he
just see
becomes
Homer.
fat.
Yeah, then you just see Homer just drive by with ice cream, trying
Yeah.
to have ice cream.
The Treehouse of Horror, like him with the
Yeah,
donut head. That's a classic one. Yeah, bro, like the game is just filled with so much content that you don't even realize it. But again, I don't know if because of like rights and who owns the rights for the Simpsons games, but I would love a remaster. Um,
oh,
so much
I,
because like a modern remaster, like not like a just HD update. Like I would
yeah.
love because I was deeping it, and I don't know if it was time constraints, but this game came around the same time as GTA San Andreas.
Mhm.
San Andreas had one full map. So like my wish is that like if they were to ever remake or remaster the Hit and Run, it would be like all the like downtown, the suburbs, and the seaside would be connected into one giant
Yeah.
map. That's like my dream for a Simpsons like Hit and Run remake. I would love that so badly.
If they somehow like combine it all into one and then give you more levels and then more like things to collect and stuff like that, just like amend the levels and even like add additional characters, like just add additional characters, like even if it's the case where you can play as more than one character again, or like how it is originally, or just add in new characters, like oh, what would it be like if you were like, I don't know, Ned Flanders or something like that, or like Mo.
No, literally. Okay, let's talk about the Simpsons game because I find that a very underrated game as well. The Simpsons game came out pretty much on the same time, exactly the same time as the movie, 2007, 2008 ish, if I can remember. I loved it. I got it on. No, I never owned it. I got it years later. My neighbor had a copy, my next door neighbor at the time, and then I played it
Yeah,
on his console, and I loved it. It was the opening level with the Bartman in the museum with Homer. So I have fond memories of that. The Simpsons game is more of a like you know how Hit and Run's more of a parody of GTA. The Simpsons
yeah,
game feels more like a parody of multiple games at once,
yeah,
and I don't think it's as memorable as Hit and Run, but I think it's still like a fun time if you're a Simpsons fan. Um, Especially the second half of the game, where they go into like the game worlds and
yeah.
like you have like a parody of GTA, you have a parody of some wacky Japanese
Oh
game.
yeah, and then you got like a World War kind of theme,
Oh, like a
and
Call of
then
Duty, not Call of Duty,
yeah, you got
Medal of Honor. Is that it? Medal of
yeah, and
Honor, Medal of
yeah,
Roma. That's it.
yeah, that's it. And then you got I think I don't know what Marge and Homer's level was, but it was more like a not like it's like a Game of Thrones kind of vibe where he's got dragons and like castles and
Oh,
stuff like that. I
yeah, I
forgot
can't
what the
remember.
mission was called.
Yeah, and it's like a top-down, like old school
Yeah,
arcade, type of
yeah,
game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like the overworld was a bit disappointing. Springfield, it was very like condensed, and it
yeah,
wasn't really the best to explore, especially like after Hit and Run. So it is what it is. But I think I had a fun time playing, especially like again the fourth wall breaks where like they actually go to heaven in the final like chapter of the game,
and,
which was dope. They
and
meet
the
Matt
most
Groening.
Simpsons, yeah, the most Simpsons way possible. You have a dance battle.
Oh, literally, it's jokes. Um,
It's so
yeah, the
funny.
Sims game is very, very underrated. I can't lie. Um, I think because again with EA and whoever owns the rights, I don't know why if they can do like a remaster or like a port to modern consoles. But very underrated game as well. Good shout out to that. Another game I want to mention with the Simpsons is the Tapped Out. Did you ever play that?
Yeah, I didn't play it fully. I had it on my tablet years ago. I remember playing it for a bit, and then I kind of like stopped playing it. It was one of those games where like, I'll play it, then I wouldn't play it, then I'll get back on it, then I'll get off it. And then obviously when the recent announcement, like not too long ago, when they said they're shutting it down, I was like, no way. I was like, that is a childhood memory. Like
That's
even
like
like during
era.
that,
That's like first era of like iOS games,
yeah,
like Temple
that's literally
Run, Doodle Jump,
oh,
Tapped Out. Man,
like Jetpack Joyride. Oh my days.
and honestly, bro, Tapped Out. Like for me, I played that game religiously. Like this was like I don't know, year six, year seven, I think, when I was in like high school at the time. Oh man, like everyone in class is playing Clash of Clans, like first year Clash of Clans. I'm the only one playing Tapped Out. It's such a. To be fair, I'm gonna be honest. Those kind of games, I are garbage. I don't like them, like freemium games, because you have to pay to win basically to get all the cool
Yeah.
stuff. But as a kid, I loved it. It was like I want to recreate Springfield. I was obsessed. Like I'd come home from school on like my iPod Touch. Remember that? We're that old.
Yeah.
iPod Touches. Yeah, I had an iPod Touch, and like after school, I'd be gassed because you know how it's like after a certain amount of time, your currency tops, and then you can like gain money from everything. So what I would do is I would like Aura Farm, XP Farm. So I would buy all the cheapest, like I think they're called brown houses, buy
Yeah.
like hundreds and hundreds of them, and then every day I would just rack in all the money, pretty much. And then I played Tapped Out for a substantial amount of time, about 4 years of constant playing. And then I think, oh, I know what they did. So EA found out that a lot of people were farming like XP farming with like buying a bunch of houses. So what they did was they would increase each house every time you buy it. They double the price of each house,
Okay.
pretty much forcing you to buy their premium
Spend more,
donuts.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, this kind of sucks because they know what they just want to make more money. So I kind of like just slowly faded off playing iOS games in general, just because they're just money hungry cash grab games. I found out, but still, man, when I found out the news, I was so like devastated. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
that's like, I was like, that was the core memory, man. I playing iOS games. Um, yeah, man, good times, man. Um, yeah, thankfully, I didn't spend that much money on the game, like real money. Thank God. Like, because you know how people they spend money on like games like that, and then like the game shuts down, and it's
Yeah,
like
like
it's
I
all
feel
gone.
so sorry for like all those like diehard tap out like players who spend
Yeah,
so much money and then find out they're gonna get shut down.
literally. Same thing with like Clash of Clans and Clash Royale and like all these other like base building games. Just chill out with the money, bro.
I'm gonna come clean. I didn't play the Batman trilogy properly.
Damn.
Apart from aside from Arkham Knight,
Okay,
obviously
that's
because
fair.
when Arkham Asylum and Arkham City came out, I was too young at the time, and I
Right.
remember obviously back then, obviously demos were really popular. So
Yeah.
obviously, I remember I used to play the Arkham Asylum demo, and as soon as I saw Scarecrow, I was like, nope, I am not playing. As a kid, as soon as I saw Scarecrow, nope.
Yeah,
But
Scarecrow
good news,
is scary, bro. I can't lie.
good news is I've got all four games on my Xbox, which I'll be happy to stream. To be honest, that could be another game I'll probably stream after Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, I think I started Origins. I got a copy of Origins. If I Yeah, so I've got a copy of Origins, got it from CEX.
Jeez.
So and I just started playing that for a bit. I'm still like near the beginning, but I was planning on once I finish Kingdom Hearts, I'll probably might play Batman. I think what I might need to do is just go away and just like plan what games I haven't played that I should stream that people will tune in on. I feel like Batman is definitely one of them, considering that people are there's a lot of Batman fans out there.
Batman is a shout. Honestly, yeah, probably I'd recommend the Arkham games. One is Batman. Two, if you're a Batman fan, why not? Three, they're very like they're revolutionary games. They're considered like Arkham City and Asylum, especially, are like one of the best games of all time in my opinion. And top tier voice acting and so on. And plus, like they're very again stream wise for you and like time wise game length. They're pretty short compared to like your
Yeah,
typical
they're
game. I guess
surprisingly like not that long.
like
Obviously,
the first
if
game
you
is
want
about
to
10 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously, if you want to do like when you play like Arkham City or Arkham Knight, if you want to put yourself through hell and do get all the Riddler trophies, by all means, be my guest. But but yeah, essentially, it's not as long as people would think it would be.
especially like in modern gaming right now. It's a
Yeah.
short game, bro. With so you're kind of like I know a lot of people like that in the same boat as you. Like I'm guessing Arkham Knight was your first game.
Uh, yeah, pretty much. Arkham Knight was like the first time I properly played like an Arkham game.
That's
Obviously,
fair.
I already knew of Arkham City, Arkham Asylum. Obviously, Origins I didn't really know until like later on. I forgot it. I thought it was just one like a one off thing. But obviously, when I heard that it was kind of like intertwining with like the Arkham franchise because obviously Origins is like the beginning of Batman. Like, obviously, Batman, him being Batman for like the first few years or what sort. But yeah,
Yeah.
Arkham Knight was pretty much like the first proper Arkham game I got into. Then obviously once I finished it, I thought, you know what? Maybe I should just one day like I should just go and replay the other Arkham games.
That's fair. Like the again, Arkham Knight's it's an amazing game, and fair enough that you played that first because I think it was bundled with the PS4 and Xbox when it came
Yeah.
out. So a lot of people got into the Arkham series through that. The downside is it was the final game in the series. So it was like, oh, literally the opening scene is Joker's dead, and you're like, oh my god. So that's gonna be like, to be fair, that could be like like in my head I'm like that's like the biggest. You're ruining the plot twist to people, but then you could say that's like the premise of the story. Like Joker's dead. Now what?
And not even that, like the opening literally is that Commissioner Gordon goes, "This is how the Batman died," and you're just like, "What?
Yeah. So it's like it's
Hang
the
on."
ending. It's like I think you can still get away with it, but it's just more like it's like this is the story. Then Arkham Asylum, City, and Origins are like the prequels to like how it ended.
Yeah.
So it's like a different way of playing a game. That's just the way I see it. But you're not alone. I've met so many people in person that have played Arkham Knight first and then have gone back. Um, Arkham, yeah, just trust me, they're very, very good games. Arkham Knight, honestly, I think Arkham Knight story wise is the weakest by far. Like it's really, really weak. It's
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. City is one of my favorite games of all time. The story, the plot twists are big. Although you know about Joker's death, there's still like a lot more plot twists, and like story beats that that hit very well. Arkham Origins. Okay, so Arkham Origins wasn't developed by Rocksteady.
Mhm.
That's why it's not really part of the collection and
Yeah.
stuff. Arkham
Okay.
Origins was made by WB Montreal, which are kind of like they're like the B team in Warner Brothers Studios. So they made Origins while Rocksteady were making Arkham Knight, as like an in between game. So yeah, it's a prequel to Arkham Asylum. It's like Batman in his first or second year. It plays relatively the same. The voice actors are different. There's a couple of timeline issues with the story, and that's like the downside of making a prequel. But like that's like if you're like a hardcore narrative nut, when if you want to have all your story perfect. But other than that, it's still a very fun game. The concept of Arkham Origins is amazing. I don't know if you know it, but like it's such a cool concept, bro. It needs to be a movie. And top tier boss fights as well. But I think you'll enjoy the series a lot. Again, like if you don't know, Batman is voiced by Roger Craig Smith in Arkham Origins. So
Is it? Oh,
yeah, yeah,
actually, yeah. Now that you think of it, yeah,
yeah.
I knew that his voice was a bit familiar.
Um, I didn't notice that. I noticed it on my second playthrough. I was like, this guy sounds like an American Ezio, and I was like, I googled it. Oh, it's
It's him.
him, literally. But yeah, like if you've seen the cartoons, like the animated series, Batman Beyond, Kevin Conroy voices Batman, perfection. Mark Hamill, Joker, Tara Strong, Harley Quinn. It's such a good series, bro. Honestly, but it's the best superhero game in my opinion of all time. Um, so yeah, enjoy, man. Like I think you'll enjoy it a lot. That my I don't know if you can do this though, but since Arkham Asylum takes place during one night, if you could stream the game in one night,
In one night. That would actually be a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I might consider that.
just have
I
like a
might.
free 3 days off, have like one like
Yeah,
8 hours.
funny enough, funny enough, I do have. So obviously, I do have like annual leave booked sometime around July. So what I could do is on one random day, I'll obviously go research how long Arkham Asylum is, and then just do like a marathon, just do like an 8 hour stream or something. Just literally just play the whole thing like in one go.
Literally, go for it, bro. Like I think again, Arkham Asylum. It's not there's not much like side missions in the game compared to the rest, and the Riddler trophies aren't as difficult. Arkham City, good luck, man. But I think Arkham Asylum you'll have a fun time with streaming in my opinion.
I
So
can man
so
up
yeah.
to Scarecrow this time and Killer Croc.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
man up.
Killer Croc, bro. Ah, bro, the jump scare, bro, with that game. I'm annoyed because okay, so usually I had like usually I keep all my videos, like I've kept all my videos since I was like 16, 15, on my YouTube and my Instagram. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I made an Arkham Asylum review when I was like 16, and I think I deleted it, and I'm so pissed off because it's like you know when you look back on what you thought the game was like when you first played it. Um,
Yeah.
oh, it sucks, man. It is what it is. But yeah, man, Batman's goated. Um, I don't think they're gonna like. I don't know if they're gonna make another Batman game because Suicide Squad flopped.
I did hear
Uh,
rumors about it. I did hear that Rocksteady were going to give it another go. But if I'm Rocksteady, I probably wouldn't risk it.
the thing is with the Rocksteady is that like the guys that made the first the first three Arkham games, they've left.
Yeah.
So it's like it's Rocksteady making it, but like these are different guys that are making the game. So it's like I'm not really excited. If they were to continue the Arkhamverse, I would like a Batman Beyond game
Oh, that's a good shout. That
because
is a really good
they've
shout.
Arkham Knight finished Bruce Wayne's story,
Yeah.
and like he's done with the Batman. I'm trying to be ambiguous as possible. Um, So that Batman's Bruce Wayne story is pretty much done. Like Gotham is finito, finished. Um, and like everyone's stories has wrapped up as well. And since the Arkham games are still very popular, even to this day, people talk about them. I think a Batman Beyond game would be so cool, like a Neo cyberpunk Gotham, like a futuristic
Like a
Gotham to
future, like
explore.
it's like a mixture of like Batman, the Arkham games, and Cyberpunk. Like if they were to just come together.
Literally, just yeah, it's such an amazing aesthetic. And like you can have like an armored red Batman Beyond suit, an older Bruce Wayne who talks to you through comms. To be fair, it'll be more like a stealth Iron Man game, or like the way Spider-Man games play, the current ones. But as Batman,
Yeah,
I think there's so much potential. Like the Batman Beyond series is one like cartoon I want to rewatch again, um, in the near future because it's such a goated concept. And I
yeah.
like it's I don't know why Warner Brothers haven't capitalized on Batman Beyond because it can make so much money. Like I don't know if you
And
saw
some,
the
yeah, and it's something like people have been wanting for like years, from what I've seen. Like they've been wanting a Batman Beyond game, but then it just never happened.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. The fans want it, but Warner Brothers are like, nah, Bruce Wayne again. I'm like, no, bro. I want
Like
Terry.
you can still incorporate Bruce Wayne. You just don't need to play as him. It's just like
Yeah,
an older
exactly.
version of Bruce Wayne. Like you could
Yeah,
probably do like a one-off or two-off mission. Like even like in the Batman Beyond show, where like he puts on the suit for like a few episodes, where he just thinks that, oh, he's got everything back, and then he realizes, okay, he's too old for it now.
literally. And like, yeah, man. Yeah, like, do you remember please tell me you saw the tease. There was like a pitch. The studio that made Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
they made like a 30-second, 1 minute like teaser of a Batman Beyond
yeah,
concept.
yeah. I remember seeing that. I remember it was trending on
Yeah,
TikTok. I was like, yeah.
and apparently they pitched that the same studio that made Spider-Verse pitched that a Batman
Honestly,
Beyond movie to Warner Brothers, and they said no.
honestly, if that was official, honestly, if that came out, I can imagine that coming out around the same time as the new Spider Verse. That's hoping that I hope comes out, because if that happened, that'd
Oh
probably be the
man,
best year. Like the same studio releasing two sick movies for two sick characters. Oh my
oh
god!
bro, because like, come on, man, if Spider-Man 2099 is gonna get his like movie, why not give Batman Beyond a movie? Um,
Literally.
Fingers crossed. I want to talk to you about WWE, but flip sake, man, we're out of time. And I don't want to. I want to talk about WWE. You know what? Screw it. If we'll talk about WWE, we'll have we'll do 10 minutes max. 'Cause editing this is gonna be a pain. Um, okay, bro, what's your thoughts on WWE, like wrestling right now? Just
Honestly, I feel like wrestling's come back. I think wrestling's back. I think not just WWE. I feel like it's good that there's competition with AEW being around. The revival of TNA finally, like TNA is finally getting the recognition it deserves. But I think that, to be fair, recently WWE's been a bit, it's been a bit shaky, obviously. But now they're bringing it back. Obviously now John Cena turning heel, like no one ever thought, like he's turning heel. Come on. The fact that CM Punk is there, like 10 years ago, like 9, 10 years ago, you wouldn't even think that CM Punk will ever come back. Like he's here
yeah.
now, and you got like Cody Rhodes. You literally just jump ship from a company he just started, like he built up, all the way to WWE, come back to WWE just to be the face of the company. Like it's crazy.
Question: when did you have you always been watching wrestling, or like did you like stop at a certain point
I've
and come
always been.
back?
I've always been watching. I started watching wrestling around like the 2006, 7 ish. I think the first thing I remember, I had a DVD and it was literally matches, which were Edge versus John Cena, their rivalry. I
Oh,
had a
like
DVD.
rated R Edge.
Yeah, the
Oh, what a
rated R
villain, bro.
Superstar Edge. Like it was their rivalry. And I remember having a DVD where it had some of the matches that they had. And then obviously when it came, then 2008 on 2008 to like that's when like TNA started popping up, and I was like, what's TNA? So obviously because my brothers, like my elder brothers, they got me into TNA as well. I was like, what is this? I see this guy AJ Styles, and I was like, oh, this guy is probably the greatest in-ring wrestler I've ever seen in my life. Like even to this day, I would die on the hill say AJ Styles is the greatest wrestler ever. He's better. I would say he just about, if not, he's better than Shawn Michaels.
I think that's valid. I think that's valid. Totally. Literally,
Yeah.
like why do you think they call him the phenomenal one?
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
But yeah, I've always been watching like wrestling and stuff. Obviously, even like during like the dark periods of wrestling, like I'll still go on YouTube and watch clips of it. Obviously, I never really had like Sky Sports or wherever they would stream on because they were always in America, so it's hard to watch it like back in the day. So I had to always rely on the top 10 I literally had to rely on top 10 moments on YouTube and like just certain and just highlights from like Raw or SmackDown, like certain segments. Even like before when they used to have like pay-per-views, I'll just watch someone like recording on YouTube. It's like proper zoomed in, but like it's like doable to watch. But now it's like it's easier to watch.
Oh yeah. For me, with I think I kind of again started at the same time watching wrestling around the same time as you, like Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
Um, the oh man, what do I? I think the first SmackDown I remember watching, and I don't know if this was we were watching it live or it was like a DVD or it was like a replay, a rerun. Was you know when Big Show and Cena are having like a gangster rap, like a
Oh,
rap
a rap
battle.
battle in the ring.
Yeah, I think that was my first SmackDown. It was like an Eid. We were like at somebody's house, like an Eid party, and all the kids were like gathered around the computer, and we were just watching WWE. And that was like the first time I was like, "Whoa, this is dope." And then the first show I watched live on TV watching was Raw, and it was John Cena and Randy Orton against the entire Raw roster.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember that
That was
vaguely as well. And then I was a big fan pretty much watching that with TNA. It was I was at my cousin's back in like Pakistan, and we were big WWE fans. We play Smack Here Comes the Pain on PS2 like every day.
yeah.
It's a go game. And then we were watching TV, and I'm just like scrolling through the channels, and then I see like TNA wrestling come up on the TV guide. I click on it, and I'm like, you know when you realize there's more
Yeah.
than just WWE. It's like you open like a chest, and you're like, oh my god, like everything just opens up. You're like, there's more, and then you see a six-sided ring, and you're like, what? And
That is
then
crazy.
like you see the X Division, like wrestlers, flipping Suicide and Shark
Oh,
Boy,
suicide. Su- oh my,
flipping
suicide is
Christopher
sick.
Daniels, and like you're seeing them doing like stuff like you've never seen before in like WWE, and you're like, what is this? And then again, AJ Styles, flipping Sting, Samoa Joe, like all these guys, and then I just fell in love with it. I was like, this is so dope. And then I kept watching on since then, all the way to about 2016,
Mm.
both WWE and TNA. Like
Yeah.
TNA after the Aces and Eight story.
Yeah, it's dropped off. Like it
Yeah,
just literally
like
went
to
down.
be fair, like I enjoyed it, but the entire storyline was dragging at the end.
Yeah.
And the WWE, I just lost interest because of John Cena winning everything, Roman Reigns winning everything, and I'm like, oh, this is so boring and dry. So I kind of stopped around 2015. So I'm a bit annoyed because I missed the AJ Styles run, like his return and stuff. That was like one thing I was a bit like sad on, like I missed out on. But it was post COVID, like CM Punk coming back to wrestling, which got me back into wrestling, basically. So him coming back to AEW, I would like hop in, hop out there. But like once Survivor Series happened, 2023,
Yeah.
2024,
It was 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Once that happened, then I was locked in again. I was watching the weekly shows, the pay-per-views, the PLEs, and so on. And in my opinion, I think wrestling's in the best state it is. Like, if you want to become a wrestler, you can become a wrestler now. Like, you can go to a
Yeah.
training school and become a wrestler. It's a lot easier for everyone to become a wrestler, especially like if you live outside the US. Again, WWE is not the only thing anymore. TNA is big now. AEW is big. You have like New Japan and like a bunch of other like wrestling organizations. It's in a very
The
very healthy
only
spot.
the only regret I have is not watching New Japan at its peak. When AJ Styles was in it, when Kenny Omega was in it, even when Finn Balor was in it.
Yeah,
Like I think that's the only thing I regret, like not watching the golden age of New Japan.
yeah. But with that, it's like we weren't given like any place to watch it, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. But yeah, I think wrestling's in a very very good spot, like healthy spot right now at the moment. With WWE, I have a love hate relationship with it. I think the talent are amazing. Like the people on the roster are amazing. It's just the booking decisions I think are a bit
Yeah.
dumb. I don't want to be like negative and stuff like on the channel. But like there's some decisions where I'm like, what are you doing? Like
Who
WrestleMania, for
came up who
example.
came up with this?
Like WrestleMania, I'm like, I didn't like WrestleMania this year. It's
Yeah, I
gee.
think I think I could, I think he was just compared to the last two WrestleManias. That I think last like WrestleMania 39 and 40, I think was like the Roman Reigns and
Peak,
Cody Rhodes. That was just
peak,
like, it was
bro.
literally like Superman versus our Homelander kind of vibe.
Literally, it felt like Avengers Endgame, but like for wrestling. It was like
Yeah,
everything came perfectly, and then like it just kind of went a bit downhill from there. Again, I'm not a pro. I don't know how like the booking decisions are made, but there's some stuff that I'm like, what are you doing? Like the whole like the John Cena Cody Rhodes match in WrestleMania was I didn't like it. I was like, this is so dead, man. Travis Scott, man, go away, bro. Um, but then like again with the whole R-Truth thing, he's gone now. He's back. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
this is like it's like you know
Don't
that
play with my
Scarface.
emotions here.
You know that scene from Scarface where it's like every time they
Yeah.
pull me back out, or every time I leave, they pull me back in. It's it's like that. So I don't know. I'll keep a foot arm's length away from wrestling, but if something big happens, then I'll give it a watch.
My
So yeah,
question would be, what is your favorite wrestling game? I'm guessing your one is Here Comes the Pain.
here comes, bro. I don't think I have a specific game. It'd be like a top five, a top three.
Mine's yeah, cause
It'd be like
my
Here
top
Comes the Pain, SmackDown versus Raw 2007 or eight maybe, and then
yeah,
2011.
my one was gonna be SmackDown vs Raw 2007, 2011, and then I think no one talks about it enough, but WWE 12. I
12.
think WWE
Oh, the
W yeah no, so the
the
one before it we ran you on it. Um
oh, was that
yeah, I
the
think
okay, yeah, yeah.
I think the reason why it's under because no one. I think what made the game so good was the story. You had three different stories where you play a Sheamus, where you're like a villain. You got Triple H, where it's basically him becoming the 17th time champion, and then you also got just like a custom created character named Jacob Cass, where you're literally just playing as like a rookie. But I feel like that is even like WWE 13, the one that you just like referenced, the one with CM Punk on it. Even that was sick. That's how I kind of got into the Attitude Era. Obviously, we weren't born like during the
Yes,
Attitude Era.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much what hooked. So I remember that's pretty much what hooked me onto the Attitude Era. So once I played that, I was like, you know what, let me actually go back on YouTube and watch these things. I was like, wow, like Stone Cold Steve Austin was over. Like
Yeah.
it's
That I
crazy.
think that era was peak wrestling. I don't think anything will touch
Yeah,
that era. Like 90s kids are so lucky, bro. You're so lucky, man. Watch it.
so lucky.
Honestly. Yeah, WWE, oh, man, like I remember playing 12. I just sort of have like again, the years kind of blur out like
Yeah,
that like that little like time section of the games. But 2011 just bizarre. Like you have like a time machine with Christian. This I think yeah, 2012 had the Attitude Era. 2013 had something else as well.
um,
I can't remember. But
yeah,
the sound the main song for 2013, 2012, 2013. You know the Revolution with
yeah.
such a good song, bro. I have that on my gym playlist. So good.
Oh,
2007. That game pretty much got people into punk rock. 3 Days
literally,
Grace.
like,
The animal I've become. Animal I've become. Let's Go Riot, bro. Just yeah, it's so good, bro. And they've aged very well. Like if you go back
yeah,
playing Here Comes the Pain, it's still like
playable.
it has sections of the game that are better than modern wrestling games.
Yeah, literally.
Like you can drive tractors and like forklift trucks running into people. You can
You
jump
can
off like
literally,
a building.
you can literally jump off like a building to just jump onto someone, or
I
like
think I think I
I saw a clip where like someone was playing it and they threw a wrestler into a basketball hoop, and then they just started throwing basketball. They were just dealing damage, like stupid things like that. People would love.
bro, literally like my cousin, like if you think my like collection is insane. I have a cousin in Pakistan. His PS2 collection, this was like years ago, was like insane. I think he had like every game on the PS2. Um, we had like hundreds of games to play, and all we would play is just SmackDown. No, Here Comes the Pain. Literally, first thing in the morning, afternoon, evening, at night. We'd put, bro. No, we played. It was so unhealthy, honestly, so
Yeah,
unhealthy.
it was so
We,
unhealthy, but it's just good times, man.
yeah,
Honestly, if I was to relive that all over again, I would
yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Plus, like
Like being,
SmackDown. Plus, Here Comes the
yeah.
Pain has like the best roster of characters because it has the Attitude Era, like at the tail end of like their careers. But you still
But
had
then
The
you still
Rock,
got
Stone
like, but then
Cold,
you still got like Rey Mysterio, Kurt
yeah,
Angle, like John
John
Cena, even
Cena,
like John
Randy
Cena,
Orton.
Randy Orton. Yeah, But
And it's
yeah,
like
man.
first year John Cena, so he has like the thugonomics like
Yeah,
gimmick. Rey Mysterio is who's that? You know that his first song.
yeah. When he just
Who,
when his entry
he
just
jumps
pops up
out.
like, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Like that roster was stacked.
Yeah.
2003, 2004, stacked roster.
But
But yeah, man.
being an
Wrestling.
adult just sucks, man.
Yeah, honestly, bro, it sucks, man. Like, yeah, is what it is, man. But yeah, that's an hour and 15 minutes of an episode. I think we've done pretty well. We could go 3 hours longer. I can't lie, but we have to keep it short just because editing this is gonna be a pain. Um, but yeah, stay tuned. A lot of these will be kept up for TikTok, Instagram shorts. So, yeah, both on my channel and on yours. So before we say our goodbyes, tell the audience where to find you.
Well, realistically, the only place you can find me is TikTok at the moment. So again, like I said, my TikTok handle is Ollie underscore LDN, which is short for London. You'll know it's me if you see Mark from Invincible. You'll see a profile picture. Pretty cool. I know I found it from the internet, but yeah, you'll see that along with the 67,000 followers. The goal is by the end of the year to try and get to 150,000 to 200,000. So if you guys want to smash a follow and also tune in on the live streams, obviously I will be posting videos like 50 minutes before when I do my live stream. So tune in, watch me play some Kingdom Hearts and any other games that you want to recommend. Feel free to let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you in the next episode. Peace. Shoo.